This is a 5-minute call. Reno Tirakapani.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. Tēnā koutou ngā raurangatira mā. Tēnā koutou Ngaruahine. Taranaki maunga, taranaki tāngata. Tēnā koutou. Nau mai, hara mai ki te whare pāramata e takatū nei. Nō koutou tēnei rā. He rā whakahirahira. Ka huri ngā whakaaro ki a rātou kua whetūrangitia. Haere koutou, haere koutou. Hoki mai ki a tātou te honga ora. Ngā raurangatira mā huri raunei tēnei whare, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Oh, Mr. Speaker, it's a great honour to be making a small contribution to the first reading of the settlement bill. And can I acknowledge Ngaruahine, my whanaungas who have travelled this long distance to be here, not only physically but also over the many, many years of mamai and anguish and pain that has transpired to finally be here in Parliament for the first reading of this settlement. And sir, I do acknowledge the whanaungas, just like our chair of our committee, my whanaunga Nook, Korako, through our connections through Pautini Ngai Tahu, but also through Ngāti Toa, through up to Taranaki. So I'm your pōtiki here, and I do mihi to you today. Can I just acknowledge, we've heard a lot of the history, sir, and it is a dark, blood-stained history. And I was thinking, sir, there's no need for me to traverse that, but sir, we are celebrating this year the 100th anniversary of the Great War, the First World War, as we rightly should do, and the sacrifice that was made collectively as a nation, Māori, Pākehā, everybody in that Great War. But I think, sir, that too often we overlook our own history and the own conflicts and wars that took place in our own country, and no better example of that, sir, than the wars that took place in Taranaki in the 1860s all the way through 1880s. And so our manuhiri here today were front and centre in the thick of all of that. And I think, sir, we need to, as a nation, we do need to reflect and to make sure that that history is taught and it is carried on. And I know it definitely happens at our hapu and whānau level, but I think collectively as a nation we need to do that. Sir, these are special days. It is about remembering those that have, put through the petitions and the commissions, that everything that has taken place in the past. It's about reflecting on that, and it's also about acknowledging the work that has gone on with Te Korowai or Ngaruahine as well, sir. And I do acknowledge all of the hapu that have come under Te Korowai who have completed this settlement. Sir, we know that not all hapu are perhaps supportive of this settlement. We get that in every settlement piece of legislation that comes through this House. There will always be some disappointed or disaffected hapu with whakapapa in both camps of different pās, and so we will have the opportunity to hear that kōrero, and I think that is important too, sir. But let me not detract from the fact that this is a momentous day for Ngaruahine. They are, I was just reflecting, sir, when the Crown has either labelled, you're either labelled as a Māori, a loyal or a rebel. I find that really staggering, sir. And regardless of where Ngaruahine were, as a loyal or a rebel, actually they were just helping their whanaungas in Te Atiawa a lot of the time, getting behind them because of the insatiable appetite of the Crown and for land. And as anyone will know, if you go over the Waimate Plains, beautiful plains that stretch right out to the Great Maunga, green, lush plains. Obviously, green is gold, and it's just a great sadness that this great iwi has been denied their lands. And at least there is some measure of compensation that is taking place here. Reserve lands, yes, they were set aside, but many of them have been, most of it's locked up in perpetual leases that they still can't get access to their actual whenua. But sir, it's a long history. I think today is just to celebrate this first reading. I'm looking forward to being in the committee and where we will continue the kōrero, and so all I can do is commend this bill to the House. Kia ora tātou.